Okay, so without much further ado, we'll just move right into the lightning talks. And first up, we have Lin Cheng, and I'll let you take it away. I've got a clock here, and I'll time you, okay?
Sure.
We do have good time, so don't be stressed about this.
Okay, sure. I'm the first talk again. And so my project is exploring cloud computing for data-intensive applications. And the object is actually to deploy a cloud environment and experiment with various components and add-ons to enable a flexible and a scalable framework for executing complex data-intensive workflows. So it's a bit long. So actually, this can be translated into a question. That is, can cloud computing environments such as OpenStack be a good tool to manage computational resources under scientific workloads? So the first thing we do during the past year is to get a running cloud. But actually we encountered a problem. So according to documentations, install this OpenStack requires at least 2 analyses on each node, but we have only 1 working. So we worked with the network group to come up with a VLAN solution, which is to build a bunch of virtual LANs on top of a single physical link. So the system will think we have more than 1 analysis working here, and we can continue the installation. This seems good, right? But actually, we spent 3 months debugging this network. Since it turns out the switch was misconfigured to drop all the VLAN packages. We have tried, of course, rebooting, right? Everything after you reboot, everything's good. But it's not working, and we try to reinstall everything. It's not working. And we even investigated to see if the database has some inconsistency. And in the end, we finally found it was the switch dropping everything. So, well, and in the end, we have a working cloud here. We have like 5 groups using it. But there's a question. Is this platform good enough to manage these resources? Well, in my opinion, actually, the utilization is low. There's less than 25% resources being used, I think. And actually, 3 of the groups use, if you can read, they use 0-byte disk, so they are not actually using this platform. So our thinking is maybe only providing these virtual machines to them cannot give them the resource they want. So maybe we need something more flexible. So during the summer, we are going to introduce the ability to launch ready-to-use HPC clusters inside OpenStack. So each node can occupy a single physical machine other than a virtual machine. So this physical machine can access to GPU and like the infinite band network. And hopefully this method will be more suitable for scientific computing usage than only providing the general purpose virtual machines. Yep, that's it. Thank you. Any question, maybe?
So I have a question. One issue I had working with OpenStack is sometimes you have. Please use your microphone. So one of the issues I usually have with OpenStack is trying to fire up an instance using a Docker container instead of an image. So the way they work around is to create a Docker container, put that into an image or a snapshot, if you will, and then load it from that. So is there any plan to incorporate like Docker support to create instances on OpenStack?
Actually, I think the HPC part is built on top of the stack thing. So the doc thing, I'm sorry. Is that the question, I mean?
So the Docker is basically a list of configuration you can predefine that you wanna. So whenever you build an image, you don't have to install everything from 0.
Yep.
So when you create an instance in OpenStack, you have to install all the packages yourself. While in a Docker format, you already predefine whatever you want to have running in your virtual machine, and you just fire up the instance, which Amazon Cloud does. They do have the support, but I'm just wondering if there's any plan for doing that for
actually,
here in NCSA at least.
So the problem we found is if you want to use that feature, you have to specify all the settings. Yep, right, as the image and the script you want to run after the installation. And our thinking is we can do this for you, or maybe you can, through a bunch of clicks, to set this really quick. So you don't have to remember all the settings, or you don't have to write all the scripts to do that. Yeah, that's the plan.
That's fine, thanks.
I have a question about the, you went over the last slide very quickly. I kind of missed the point, but you said that the LSST group wasn't using the OpenStack cluster.
Actually,
You know, that was related to the virtual machines and not just that they didn't have something to run on it that week.
So one of the users once told me, so you have the Hadoop as a service, but there are some restrictions that, like, he wants to install a package of his own thing, but it's not allow him to do this. So I think he gave up.
Okay.